So a funny thing happened the other day. I woke up and my balls were gone. Hi everyone, it's Sarah, and I figured that since it's been a couple of weeks, I would tell you all about the orchiectomy that I just had. For those who do not know, a bilateral orchiectomy is the removal of the two testes. It's, despite what you may expect, an extremely simple procedure. One incision, two little snips, they sew you back up and send you home. I will note that the one I had did not involve scrotectomy, so the bag's still there, it's just empty. Now those of you watching who are cis may be recoiling in horror at the thought of me having this done, and I will tell you exactly why I did this. The primary function of orchiectomy is not necessarily aesthetic, but rather affecting your chemical and hormonal balance. For those who do not know, the testes not only produce sperm, but their other primary function is to manufacture testosterone. As a matter of fact, the vast majority, I would probably say about 99% of testosterone in the male body is made in the testes. The rest comes from the pituitary. Both sexes have some amount of testosterone, even just a little bit. That's very natural. What is not normal is to be a girl like me pumped with male levels of testosterone. And that has caused me many, many issues over the years, and I have decided to cut off the problem at the source. I will count myself extremely lucky insofar as the procedure was very quick, very simple. I was under for, I want to say, 30 minutes. I was asleep with the anesthetics, woke up feeling wonderful, had almost no discomfort. With a surgery like this, or really any surgery, they'll send you home with a lot of very hardcore painkillers and the like, but I never needed them. I made do with just a handful of Tylenols and felt fine. I'm very fortunate in that I had a very quick, very easy recovery, and I'm feeling absolutely wonderful now. So I suppose the biggest question you will ask is, was this procedure successful? Yes it was, very obviously. They're gone. Good riddance. I am pleased to know that their ultimate fate was being bisected in a lab, looked at under a microscope, and then tossed into an incinerator. Good riddance. But the changes, of course, on your hormone levels and your physiology are immediate. I personally have felt so well since I've had this done. Partially because, before I was taking testosterone blocking medication, one pill twice a day. So my levels were not consistently low. They would spike up right when it was time to take the meds and then go back down. And spike up and go back down. So that fluctuated makes it hard for transition to go smoothly. It gets in the way of your other medications doing their thing. You're fighting against your own body effectively, and I no longer have to do that. This is no longer going to be an uphill battle. Additionally, I will say that the testosterone blocker I was on, that's a really rough medication with a lot of very rough side effects. For those who are not aware, spironolactone is not only a potent testosterone blocker, but it's also a potent diuretic. In low doses, these are given to medical patients who are having a hard time peeing. In high doses, they completely block your testosterone and trans your gender. But that means that for effectively the past year and a half, I've been fighting against extreme dehydration. I would get very, very sick if I didn't drink at least a gallon of water a day. It made me dizzy, gave me headaches. There was a thick cloud of brain fog keeping me from thinking clearly. I've, for all intents and purposes, felt very sick for the last year and a half. And only now is everything finally clearing out, and I'm starting to feel like truly well. And I cannot stress enough how thankful I am for that. I feel so good every single day since this has happened, and I do not regret this for even a second. I would, however, like to talk for a minute about the number one reason I had this procedure done. We currently live in very volatile times. I do not have faith in the government of my country or my state to look out for my needs. There's a war in the United States currently being waged by lawmakers against transgender people, taking away our access to health care, trying to criminalize our existence. It is horrific. And I feel so badly for those who live in the states where this bullshit is happening. I have spent the entire past year and a half on edge, terrified every single day that something would happen. Some law would be passed here, some government thing would go through, and I would have access to my medication taken away from me. And if that were to happen, I would start reverting back. I can't handle that. I can't go back to the way I was before. That would crush me. And there is nothing that I wasn't willing to do to make sure that that would never, ever, ever be a possibility. And so here we are now. Now that I've had this procedure, there is no risk that I can ever make negative progress in my transition. I will never go back. And I am, at as much as I can, more of a sense of inner peace, in spite of the state of the world right now, that this is one thing that can't be taken away from me anymore. Well, I suppose that's all I've got for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and be sure to tune in next time when I tell you about surgery number 2, which should be coming in just a couple of months. Bye, everyone!